What's up, YouTubers? Johnny DIY here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to repair and fix rotten wood, specifically exterior wood. If you guys are new to my channel, do me a favor, click the subscribe and the notification bell so you can get all my new videos. Alright, let's get to it. So we're going to be working on this exterior patio cover here. As you can see, this end rafter right here on the end, it's completely rotted out, and this fascia board, the corner right here, is rotted out too. So this fix we're going to be doing today is going to be for any exterior wood. Maybe you have trim around your door that's rotten out. Maybe you have a rafter tail that's rotted out. So we got our scraper right here, and we can just kind of assess the damage and feel how damaged this wood is. And as you can see, it's just crumbling apart on the edge. This is common because this is the one that is exposed to the most weather and sun, rain. I'm hoping to not have to remove this gutter because it's a really long run, and it's got 2 layers of drip edge, and they put it over the mounting, but if we have to, we will. Assess how far back this damage is. So we'll just pick the wood, get a nail or something. As you can see, we're about right here, and it's luckily, it looks like the rot's just about underneath the drip edge up here. Looks like it's still good. So I'm going to go ahead and mark. I think I'm going to take it back to there. You're going to want to check underneath too. So you may ask, Johnny, why don't you just replace this whole board? Because this is the only rotten spot here. It's just not worth the time, the money, mostly the time to repair this whole thing. It'd be a lot of work to get this off. So this is going to be just as good anyways. Now to cut it out, you got a few choices. This is going to be the most precise. This is a multi-tool. This is kind of like the scalpel of carpentry. We can use a jigsaw, or we could use a reciprocating saw. Lastly, you could use a handsaw. I'm going to go ahead and try the jigsaw first. Then we're going to do plunge cuts for the rest. Just take your jigsaw like this. Come around to the back side, and as you can see, we almost got it. We just got to finish it off a little. I think we'll use our multi-tool for the rest. There we go. We'll just yank that out. Big old nail. We're gonna have to get these nails out of the way, and you would normally just pull them, but the gutter's in the way, so we'll just take our multi-tool and cut them off. Now this wood looks good that we just cut on the cut. It's really solid. Everything feels good. This one we gotta work on a little bit. Gonna pick out soft wood right here. Try and get rid of all the punky wood back to where the wood is hard. So how far back the wood damage goes is going to determine how big of a fix we're going to need. For this one, I'm going to patch this. We're going to use some filler on this, and on this side we're going to patch in a new piece of wood. Now if it was back further, you could scarf in a whole piece from, you know, here to here. I've done that. I scarfed in a big piece of that board up there. So we're going to want to go ahead and brush out all the loose wood. So before we can use our wood filler on this, we're going to need to harden this wood, this punky wood. And to harden the wood, we're going to use, well, wood hardener. Comes in a few different brands. I'll make sure I put some links down in the description to all the supplies, as well as the other tools I'm using today. You're going to need a metal can or a glass jar to pour a little of this in. Don't use styrofoam or plastic, it'll melt the cup. Go ahead and put some gloves on and a vapor mask if you have one. Stuff is really liquidy, so we don't need too much. And then you're just going to need a cheap brush that you can throw away after you're done with it. Dab some of this stuff on our brush. Like I said, it's really runny, so be careful not to splash it back on yourself. And you're just going to paint it on. You're going to really want it to soak in the wood, so kind of dab it in the wood so those fibers really suck it up. Do some on this side too. We may as well while we have it. I don't know if one of those sponge brushes would work. Might melt. Okay, we've got it completely saturated. Now we're gonna wanna let this dry for at least 2 to 4 hours, depending how warm it is. If it's warmer, it'll dry faster. But I'm just gonna come back to this tomorrow, I think. All right, it's been drying for a whole day. And if you feel it with your fingernail and just hit it, it's really a lot harder than it was. It just turns it hard, and that's gonna give us a good surface for our wood filler to bond to. Wrap this little scrap of wood in some plastic wrap. Now we'll go ahead and screw this underneath. This is going to give us a little bit of a form for that corner since it's completely missing. Then we're going to go ahead and put a couple screws in. You could use nails too. This is going to give something for our filler to grab onto. Make sure you drive them in a little further past the edge. Okay, so here's the filler we're going to be using today. This is regular old Bondo body filler, the pink stuff. Make sure you wear some gloves. I'll put a link down for you guys for this one too. So it's a two-part. This is the fiberglass filler. Okay, so just get something to mix it on. You can use a smooth piece of cardboard, works really good. Gonna get some out. Since we're working with a pretty big area, we're probably gonna have to do 2 coats of this, so don't use too much. Now to mix it, you can either use a putty knife, one of these mixing scrapers, or even an old Costco card. Okay, so it comes with a little red tube of hardener. Make sure you mix it up. If it's new, just move it around. And then you're just gonna squeeze out a line across the circle of it, and that's enough hardener. Now we're just gonna mix it up until it's nice and pink like bubble gum. Okay, once it's all mixed, it's ready to go. Now you gotta work pretty fast. You only got a few minutes to work with it before it starts to harden up. So we're just gonna take some, start slathering it on. We're not gonna try and fill it all the way this first coat. Just gonna really press it into the fibers of the wood. Okay, so it's been setting up for about 25 minutes. Now it's pretty hard. Now we're going to want to do our second coat, but first we're going to want to scuff it up with some rough grit sandpaper. Make sure you're wearing a mask whenever you're sanding this. Then make sure you get all that dust off before we put that layer on. Same thing, we're going to try and build up those corners. May have to do even a third coat, just so that we get it all filled in. Okay, now the second coat is dry and rock hard. I think we can go ahead and remove our little form now. See how this worked out. Peel back our cellophane. Well, that worked. Now this corner looks like it could use a little more filler, but I think when we piece in this new piece right here, it'll give us a nice edge to fill in right here. And soften this edge up with our razor blade. Okay, now to get the perfect fit for this new piece, I'm just going to go ahead and trace on this piece of paper the opening. Trace that onto a piece of wood. Alright, I think I got as best a fit as I can get. Now we're going to go ahead and glue this in. We're going to be using construction adhesive. I recommend using this Loctite PL3X Premium. Make sure you wear some gloves. I'll squeeze it up there. Next we're going to go ahead and drive a screw up here. Make sure you pre-drill your wood. And we can go ahead and clean up all this squeeze out. Fill in any little gaps we missed. Go ahead and toenail another one on the back side. We'll go ahead and wait 24 hours for this adhesive to cure. Okay, the glue is dry now. Now I'm going to scrape off any bits of squeeze out of the glue, any extra. Then I'm going to hit it all with some rough grit sandpaper. We're going to try and blend this in a little better. Alright, I mixed up some more of our Bondo. Let's just go ahead and spread it out. Just want to blend that seam. Fill in our gap over here. Try and blend it as best as you can so you don't have to do a bunch of sanding. We'll make sure we get this backside and the bottom as well too. It's been about 30 minutes. Let's go ahead and take this off. Okay, now we want to sand this before it gets rock hard. Just want to blend it all in. Okay, now since this is exterior, you're going to want to make sure you give it 2 good coats of primer, followed by 2 coats of your exterior top coat. So 4 coats total. Okay, now if you have any open joints, I suggest going ahead and caulking them. I like to use 100% silicone, but at least get a high quality siliconized caulk. That'll keep any weather from getting in the joint and damaging it. Okay guys, and that is how to fix and repair rotten or damaged wood. We did the fascia board as well as this rafter board. Repaired both of them. I'd say it came out pretty dang good. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, subscribe and click the notification bell so you can get all my new videos. Thanks for watching Johnny DIY. Keep on doing it yourself, guys. Take care. Hey.